Assalamu alaikum, dear students. As you know, we are studying separation of substances for class 6th, and in today's class we will study about the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Sometimes when heavier component in a mixture a lighter component is present, when we add water to it, the heavier component in mixture settles down and the lighter component remains on the surface of water that floats. And when the heavier component in a mixture settles after water is added to it, the process is called as sedimentation. When the water along with the lighter component that's present on its surface is removed, the process is called as decantation. Let us see how these mixtures can be separated through sedimentation and decantation. The same principle is used for separating a mixture of two liquids that do not mix with each other. So it also happens in our kitchen as sometimes when water gets added to the oil is not miscible with water. Since the water and oil do not mix with each other, we say that oil and water are immiscible. For example, oil and water from their mixture can be separated by this process. If a mixture of such liquids is allowed to stand for some time, they form two separate layers. The components that form the top layer can then be separated by decantation. It's also this decantation is also used when a mixture of solid and liquid are to be separated. So, for example, when we prepare tea, after we prepare tea, what do? We separate the leaves by decantation. These leaves settle down through the sedimentation, and we pour the tea into another cup. Now we can also pour the tea through strainer. So using this strainer to separate the tea and the leaves, this is called as filtration. So which method of separating tea leaves from prepared tea is better, decantation or filtration? We can say filtration is much more better. All the leaves will be separated through this what we call as this strainer by filtration. This filtration can also be done in the laboratory. For example, if we collect dirty water from a river or from a pond, then we get filter paper from our laboratory, and then we will fold this filter paper, and then we will fold it, making it a cone. Then we will place it on a conical flask. Then we will pour the water on it. The pure water will get passed through the filter paper, whereas the impurities, the mud present in the water, will remain on the filter paper. So this is called as filtration. Another process is there, evaporation. Another process of separating the substances is called as evaporation. By evaporation, we separate one miscible substance in a liquid. For example, when water and this salt is mixed, then what we will do? We have to, if we have to separate the salt from the water, we will heat the water in which the water gets dissolved. Then we will heat it. When we will heat it, the water will get evaporated. Leaving the salt behind. This process of conversion of water into vapors is called as evaporation. It gets converted into water vapor. The process of evaporation takes place continuously. When wherever water is present, then this is the process by which salt is obtained from the sea. Salt is obtained from the sea. Sea water contains many salts mixed in it. One of these salts is common salt. Also, when the sea water is allowed to evaporate, then the salt is salt is left behind. Salt is left behind. And then in there are when seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pits, water gets heated by sunlight and slowly turns into the water vapor through evaporation. In few days, the total water completely evaporates and leaves behind the solid salts. Then the salt is obtained from the water. So this is how, by the process of evaporation, salt is obtained from the sea water.